Hi friends, welcome back to episode 4 of Template Thursday with Tammy, where I'm going to bring to you a new template and sketch every Thursday. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Tammy Civello and welcome to Cards by TLC, and thank you for joining me for another episode. If you have missed my last 3 weeks of Template Thursday, I do have a playlist on my channel titled Template Thursday with Tammy. So I have several playlists listed there. So please be sure to check them out for any crafting enjoyment that you may have. I have fun folds. I have the templates. I have Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. So there's so many fun playlists on my channel. So please be sure to check it out. This week, I'm back with another Mojo Monday sketch. This is sketch number 524. And what I really love about this sketch, it really caught my eye because I'm all about like unique layouts, but simple layouts, if that makes sense. And this layout is pretty versatile as far as the background goes. You can really showcase some amazing designer paper, some of your favorites. I have a brand new one I'm here to show you today. I'm so excited. This is the part of the Floral Charm Suite, which is our newest addition in our online exclusive suites. And this is the Floral Charm designer paper. And like I said, it's part of the suite. And in this suite, you have this amazing paper. Look how gorgeous this is. You have so many solid back B-side images. And then you have all these beautiful floral ones. Ooh, that one's still, that one is gorgeous. So pretty. This is the one that we're going to be playing with today. And I'm also going to be showing you these pieces as well. So these 4 pieces are what we are going to be showcasing in the suite today. But let's take a quick look at the rest of the suite. It comes with a cling mount stamp set and bundle coordinating dies. So we have the beautiful floral stamp set with some fun sentiments that have great fonts on it. You know me, I'm a font person, but look how amazing these dies are. They cut out not only the images on the stamped images, but it has these stand all dies that basically you can build a beautiful floral scene. So I can't wait to dive into further on that. And then it has some of the, what is this called? Petal Pink rose trim, braided trim, Petal Pink braided trim. And that's the thicker braided trim, which is great for 3D projects or backgrounds and stuff like that. It's not really great for bows. It works, but it will be great for tags or handles or 3D projects. It's a thicker ribbon. And then look at these gems. Hello. Those are gorgeous. As I would normally say, I would normally jokingly say, stop. But my new phrase is, yes, please. So yes, please on all of these shimmer dots. Wow, I'm even coming up with new words. I'm excited about this. So let's take a look at the project, and then we will also take a look at the sketch again. So here's our sketch, not upside down, but here is my version with the Floral Charm designer paper. I took the distressed tile 3D embossing, and I took our cloud cover cube that I have made my own little cloud cover spot because we do not have the full-size ink pad, but I added some color to that. So I'll show you that. And then what else did I use? I used the sweet, I used the distressed, and then I mounted it onto Pretty Peacock because I pulled in some of the colors of the floral. So this time I'm going to mount it on a Misty Moonlight background. So let's go ahead and go over all of the pieces. We are pretty much going on par with the sketch today. So we have our outer part of our card base, which is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at a 5 1/2, and then we have our distressed panel piece in fresh freesia, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/2, and actually this is going to be cut at 4 by 5 1/4, because it's going to mat the back part of this. And then we're going to be cutting out 2 pieces of designer paper, 2 by 4. We have a 2-inch circle that is actually from the Spotlight of Nature's dies, or as the paper plate die, as I like to call it. And then I have taken out of this this pattern right here. That is gorgeous. This blue, oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Look how gorgeous this designer paper is. And look how fun the leaves are. Can you see that pattern on there? So we are going to go ahead and start. And then I have an inside panel piece at 4 by 5 1/4 to put on the inside panel. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by taking our cloud cover cube ink spots. And I'm going to just take it. This is a really great technique on adding some color. Just the ink spots are fantastic for this. And you can use, we have the plain ink spots that you can pretty much add any ink color to. So I did that with the cloud cover. I did that with white craft ink, and be sure to check out my social media. I have some tips on over the past couple of videos that I have done using the ink spots. So let's take a look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It just adds some rich color, and it doesn't even look like cloud cover. It almost looks like misty moonlight in the coloring. I don't know if you could pick that up or not, but so we have our card base in Misty Moonlight. We have our Fresh Freesia card base right here. And let's go ahead and adhere down our panel. And then we'll go ahead and cut our designer paper pieces to go on here. So we need 2 2 by 4 inch pieces of designer paper. And I have used this pattern right here, so it's the B side of the flowers, but I'm gonna cut a strip really quick of about maybe a 1/2 inch strip. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch strip for the inside to decorate the inside, so we're gonna cut that down to 4 inches. That'll go on the inside piece, and then we will cut 2 2 by 4 panel pieces that are going to go on the front. I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to cut this at a 1/2 inch for the inside and run it along the side. So we're going to do a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. I'm changing things up as we're filming here. So we have 1 strip at a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and we have 2 2 by 4 pieces, and you can even save these pieces right here to cut out your leaves, so that way you don't have any waste. So here is the one flower. And that is our strip right here. And then here is our blue strip that's going to go behind. And we're actually going to cut 2 more pieces. Like I said earlier, we are using the B side of these flowers. And I'm going to cut 2 1/2 inch by 6 inch strips. That's going to go on the front. And I probably should have waited on mounting this panel piece, and I kind of got it crooked, so I'm going to pull this off. I got it crooked anyway, so I'm going to pull this off, and I'm going to wait on adding that. That way I can add those 2 strips on, and these are kind of going to come in on top of one another, leaving a border around it. So I am going to add this down. And that's going to go right off to the right hand side, just like that. I'm going to really marry that in so that, and I just attach that to that. Let me get my silicone mat. Do I have a silicone mat handy? I do not. That's okay. We're going to use this. I'm just pulling everything out of the craft room to use, right? And then we're going to take our second layer and layer that like so, just like that. Make sure that's even, really press that down. Okay. And see, that way I put it on that so it doesn't stick to the, this has become my new little, it's my Stampin' Scrub, and it becomes kind of like a nice little work surface. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add my strips. And I did the pretty peacock color on the top. So I'm just going to add a strip like that. And a strip like this. And we are just going to come at a diagonal. And again, this is a 1/2 inch by 6. And got a little happy there with my glue. Let's go ahead and come at a nice little angle. So these are our strip marks right here. And then I'm going to come in with my Teflon scissors. This is great for trimming any pieces that have glue or tape on it. And I just got these on Amazon. They're absolutely amazing. They're titanium scissors. Okay. Now I'll come back in here and add some adhesive and glue that back down to our front panel piece here, our card base. Make sure that's even this time. There we go. We have a nice even look. And this is actually even kind of cool this way if you wanted to do it. But this particular sketch looks really good in the vertical position. Now I'm going to come in with this flower. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in Memento Black ink because we're going to do some coloring. Here we go. Again, this is a 2-inch circle in the Spotlight of Nature size. And for my leaves, I'm going to go ahead and just do a light pretty peacock all in one color. I'm going to flip the side and do the brush tip. This is a newer blend, so it should be pretty easy to color. It'll go a little bit faster. And you could potentially do this in 2 colors, but with this look, I kind of like the look of the solid color. And then I'm going to come in with my light and dark fresh freesia. And this time I am going to go to the edge with coloring the flower. And then it's coloring the whole flower in light. Then I'm going to come in with the dark and do my center. Or that's Highland Heather. I didn't mean to grab that. Let's grab the Petunia Pop. And then I'm going to come in with the Petunia Pop and kind of come in with an outline and just kind of go around the flower. And I'm just going around the outline of the flower just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. Isn't that pretty? Then I'm going to come in with good old Winko Stella and add some sparkle to her because she needs a little bit of bling. Then I'm going to come in here and lay down my leaves. And my glue dots are in the other room, so I'm just going to kind of see where I want to lay these and lay my circle. Yeah, that looks good. Now I'm going to come in with my circle and add some Stampin' Seal all the way at edge. This way, when I lay this down, I'm going to lay that down on the leaves, and it is going to hold my leaves in place, just like so. Okay, let's go ahead and come on in with our basic white panel, our 4 by 5 1/4 inch panel. Oh, do I want to put... I think I want to not have the blue strip on the inside. I want the floral strip coming down the side. That's going to be pretty. And then we need our sentiment, which is going to be, hey, and thanks for being you. I probably should have stamped that first before I glued the inside, but I think we'll be okay. So, thanks for being you. And then our hey, and let me get a piece of scrap here of basic white. Then I'm going to come in and stamp hey. And let me get my scissors. Come in at an angle there. Trim that down. Because we just want a little bit of that. And I just realized that I did upside down on that. See? Were you guys screaming on the other side of the screen? But that's fine. It's still the same concept. It's still the same layout. It's just, it's a little bit on the other side, and we got 2 looks. And I know you guys were probably going, turn it upside down. You have it upside down, Tammy. That's okay. We have 2 different looks, right? And then I think we're going to come in and add some bling. And let's do, I think maybe we'll do some of this petunia pop. Get my, take your pick tool. That did not come off on my embellishment, so there we go there. One there. And maybe one right there because I got a little bit of a smudge. But there we have it. There is our template. 2 different colors, a little bit 2 different looks. And this is our original sketch. So that concludes Template Thursday with Tammy today. I want to thank you for joining me for another episode. And like I said in the past videos, if there is a template that you would like to try out, please message me or send me an email or contact me through my social media and let me know what you would like to try. Again, this has come from the online exclusive Floral Charm Suite collection. And I hope you can join me on Sunday, July 6th at 9 a.m. Pacific time right here on YouTube. I'm going to dive further into this suite. And if you would like your online exclusive PDF, free PDF, I will have it linked to my blog post tomorrow, July 3rd at cardsbytlc.com. So, and it'll also be in the description box below of this video, the link to the blog post so you can download your free PDF. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.